All right. Do we have movement? Do we not have movement? I don't know. You guys can be the judge of this, because the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has officially completed its report into the state of cannabis research in the country 6 months late. As a part of President Biden's Medical Marijuana and Cannabidiol Research Expansion Act signed in 2022, the HHS was tasked with examining the remaining federal barriers to cannabis research, with an initial deadline set for December 2023. The report was sent to lawmakers in June, raising 3 key areas that prevent wider research into cannabis and its potential medicinal benefits from flourishing. Its publication comes just weeks after the public comment period into the proposed rescheduling of cannabis, which, if passed, could significantly streamline the research process. While cannabis remains Schedule I substance, researchers are required to register with the Drug Enforcement Agency, a long and complex process which researchers have complained is not always clear to follow and can vary from state to state. Welcome to cannabis, researchers. Furthermore, the DEA is also required to pre-approve the dispensary where researchers source their cannabis. The agency is yet to approve a single cannabis dispensary, meaning researchers are often forced to study participants' own reporting or use photos of dispensary products. Finally, the proliferation of intoxicating hemp products and inconsistencies surrounding the legality of hemp and hemp-derived products have also driven caution in the research community. With this in mind, the HHS has recommended that the HALT Fentanyl Act, which would open the door for research on all Schedule I substances, be enacted after getting stuck in the Senate. Also, President Biden's 2022 bipartisan Medical Marijuana and Cannabidiol Research Expansion Act should be implemented, significantly shortening and simplifying the application process for cannabis research. Earl Blumenauer, co-chair of the Congressional Cannabis Caucus and sponsor of the marijuana research bill that led to the new report, said, "I welcome these long overdue but anticipated findings as a signal that the federal government may soon be a constructive partner in the path forward. The Biden-Harris administration must now move quickly to complete the scheduling review, and Congress redouble its efforts to allow the research of dispensary-grade cannabis. We are inching closer each day towards the inevitable legalization of cannabis." I'm really excited to hear what you guys think about this. I think the timing is interesting. I think how late they are with, their goalpost that was set for them, and how conveniently close to right after we got all that public comment period finished up, they released this information. It all feels like the government playing games once again, and we're doing much to do about nothing. And we're on this merry-go-round of forever. Are they gonna? Are they not? But Jason and Matthew, I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say about this one.
Man, this sounds like this is just getting set up for Schedule 3 to just hand cannabis over to Big Pharma. That's what it sounds like to me. This sounds like a total setup.
The thing that makes me happy is that maybe we'll get a track for non-single molecule therapies, like we were talking about MDMA being so easy because
it's against the FDA.
It's a repeatable single molecule. Well, if cannabis finds a track through the FDA, then that literally will be a gateway moment wherein then we can get other plant medicines through.
I don't buy that.
Really,
for
what we need to be doing is there needs to be some sort of public policy group that's advocating for this. And I guess the reason why not is there's no money in it. If we could find a billionaire, buddy, maybe we could. Jason, could you get us an appointment at True Leaf's kitchen table, bro? Maybe they'd like to throw in some money for us to actually do some good in the world and lobby the FDA to get a third track wherein both plants and plant admixtures of one or multiple plants do have slightly drifting amounts of different active alkaloids and other chemicals can be approved for study by the FDA. Because, man, nature is our pharmacy, and what we see with most pharmaceutical medicines, they are concentrated and extracted forms of plants that have healed people from.
You're so right about that, Mathieu St. Germain. A lot of our pharmaceutical drugs do come from natural substances, and then they synthesize them to make these single molecule mixtures or whatnot, and then basically just profiteer off of it.
Epidiolex, anyone? I mean, I think that this is really interesting that they're waiting for a single dispensary to purchase from. It sounds like we're waiting on a dispensary group that's going to give us enough lobbying dollars to become that person. So maybe we do need to sit at the kitchen table for True Leaf and see what their bid is currently.
I'm always open to go and sit down at a good dinner table and see what people are talking about. I'm always open to things like
What's your favorite dish at the True Leaf kitchen table, Jason Beck?
That's a good question. Maybe
Livers of the poor and homeless. Sorry.
I was going to say remorse. But
Great one, Jason.
I try. I do try, you guys. I try to keep you guys entertained. I do try. But like I said, I think this is just all for Schedule 3. So then that way they can synthesize cannabis and outlaw plant medicine. That's what I see in this story. See, that's a good face, Mathieu St. Germain. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Having a moment of silence for the state of our world.